Hello everyone, my name is Raymond. Welcome to my final project for CIS 9467 for Professor Willis. In this video, I will show you how to use Solver to get the best possible solution. First, let me show you the question we will be tackling in this video. Chickland sells 3 products, product A, B, and C. They sell a max of 30 units of A with a quality score of 8, 20 units of B with a quality score of 7, and 20 units of C with a quality score of 6. The average quality score must be equal or greater than 7. In order to produce product A, B, and C, the factory first must refine material 1 and 2 to create product A and B. 1 unit of material 1 refines 2 units of product A and 3 units of product B. 1 unit of material 2 refines 1 unit of product A and 2 units of product B. Product C needs 2 units of product A and 3 units of product B. It costs $6 to refine material 1, $3 to refine material 2, and $5 to refine product C. Product A sells for $5, product B sells for $4, and product C sells for $25. What is the maximum that Chickland can earn while having a quality score equal or above 7 and sells within the restriction? After reading the question, we can set up our model and determine what our objectives, variables, and constraints are. I've set up the model here and labeled each cell based on what they are. Yellow stands for the numbers from the question. Green stands for the goal or objective of this model and what we're trying to maximize, minimize, or whatever the case is. In this case, we're trying to maximize. Blue stands for the variable we will be changing to achieve that goal, and orange stands for the boundary and constraints we have. Here we are trying to see how many units we should sell, and what constraints we have, and the quality of goods we sell. Now let's go over the model we have that I created for you. So over here, we have the unit that we're going to sell for each. So product A is going to sell 1 unit as of now. These are the variables we're going to put into solvers. So over here is the unit that's going to be sold, the limit or constraint we have. So 1 unit of sales is greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to the sales limit of 30. Product B must be less than 20 or equal to 20, and product C must be less than or equal to 20. And then these are the quality scores associated with each of the products. And then over here we have the average of the products quality. So this is the sum product of product A, B, and C and the quality. And this is basically the average. The average must be greater than or equal to the constraint we have, which is the quality score of 7. Next over here we have the production or the refining process. So how many units of material 1 are we going to be refining? How many units of material 2 are we going to be refining? And these are the ratios. So 1 unit of material 1 will produce 2 units of product A, 3 units of product B, and material 2 will produce 1 unit of product A and 2 units of product B. So if we were to adjust this and say we want to produce or refine 5 units of material 1, this will basically give us the sum of how many units of product A we're going to have. So if we refine 5 units of material A, it will produce 10 units of product A and 15 units of product B. And then over here is basically the total count of product A we have produced it. So this is basically 11 of product A, and then there's 17. So these are over here, down here at the bottom, or in the middle I should say. So over here we will basically have produced it 11 units of product A based on how many refined, 17 units of product B. So these are the numbers we're going to start with. And then over here we have the amount of product A and B we use. So in order to create product C, we have to use product A and product B. So this number is associated with the ratio over here based on the units we sold. So if we change this to basically wanting to sell 10 units of product C, then we will have to use 20 units of product A and 30 units of product B. And then we see that the inventory we have left over is negative because we only produced the 11 and we're trying to use 20. And the constraint will basically over here set that you can't sell more than what you have. So if we're trying to sell one over here and one over here for product A and B, we could basically change this to 10. And then these are the constraints we have to over here. So, oops. So this will not work because the model will basically say that, oh, your inventory is less than what you sold, so this will not work. So we're going to plug this into the constraint afterwards, after I finish going through the model. So next, what we have over here is the cost. So these are the costs associated with refining over here. So each time we refine material 1, it will cost $6. Each time we refine material 2, it will cost $3. And then the cost of refining product C will cost $5. So this number is associated with the production we use. So over here we see with 5. If we change this to 5, this will automatically change the production use or the refining amount. And then this is the total cost of each. So it'll cost a total of $30 to refine 5 times of material 1 and so forth. And this is the total cost of the production process, or just the total cost of everything. Then over here we have the selling price. So this is based on the unit that we sold. So if we're selling 10 units over here, yield us a revenue of $5. So a total revenue of $50 if we sell 1 unit of product B. We'll get a profit of $4 or revenue of $4, and product C, if we sell 10 units, we'll get a revenue of $240. So these are the costs and these are the revenue. And then over here is basically the profit we're actually going to be making. So if it costs us $25 and we're making $304, we have a profit of $209. Now let's set up the model in Solver and plug these variables and constraint in. So go to Data, Solver, and Set Objective. So we're trying to maximize the profit over here by changing how many units we're selling over here. And then you could press Control and then we'll drag these variables too. So these are the constraints. These are the variables, then we're going to add the constraints. So the constraints we have are the orange ones over here. So the amount of unit we sell must be less than the sales or equal to the sales limit over here. And then we add that. And then the next constraint we have is the quality. The average quality score of the product we sold must be greater than 7. And then the next constraint we have over here is the inventory. So you can't sell more than what you have in inventory. So we'll put this in, and then this is the unit sold. So add that, and then you go drag it back. And what we're gonna be using is just non-linear. It's just easier, and then non-negative. So once we click solve, we get some things we have like either report, sensitivity, or limit. We see that the production we use have some non-integer numbers. So we could basically, what we could do at Solver is just basically go back to Solver and add another constraint and make this into an integer. And once you add this, go back and solve it, you will get 4 numbers, because it doesn't make sense to produce 26 or like 24.12 of unit material 1. All of these comes in 4 numbers. So after we plugged everything in, we see that the maximum profit we could gain is $420. by selling 30 units of product A, 20 units of product B, 20 units of product C. And the amount of production we use for material 1 is 28. And we're going to produce 14 units of material 2. And then we'll have produced 70 units of product A and 112 units of product B. And this concludes my tutorial of how to use Solver and how to set up the model and using variable constraints and the objective. Thank you.